morning everyone. How are you guys? Good? Happy, sad or having problems? I hope you guys doing well. First of all, I am Marcella and I want to share to you guys with one hot topic in our country, which is about being good habits in a healthy lifestyle. My first point to get good habits in a healthy lifestyle is managing stress. As we know, we all have stress no matter where are we, which at work, home or on the road. Sometimes we can feel stressed because of a bad interaction with someone, too much work or everyday hustle like getting stuck in traffic. Chronic stress can keep you from feeling and performing your best, like mentally, physically and emotionally. But no one's life is completely stress-free. It's important to know how to manage the stress in your life. This I want to talk about one technique will help you deal with the stress, which is positive self-talk. Let's be honest, we all talk to ourselves. Sometimes we talk out loud, but usually we do it in our heads. Self-talk can be positive, like I can do this, or everything will be okay. Or negative, I will never get better, or I'm so stupid. Negative self-talk increase stress. Positive self-talk can help you calm down and manage stress. And with practice, you can learn to shift negative to positive one. Example, negative talk to positive talk. Like instead of saying I can do this, we should say I will do the best I can. I've got this. Or instead of saying I hate it when this happened, say I know how to deal with this and I've done it before. Or saying I feel helpless and alone, but you must to say I can reach out and get help if I need it. And lastly, can we say then before we say I can believe I screw up, we must to say I'm human and we all make mistakes, I can fix it. I think this is a good point to be a good habit in a health lifestyle, which is managing stress. How your opinion?
I think your point is good, and yes, managing stress can also reduce our outside factors that might contribute to leading to stress for me. But in my opinion, if we want to practicing good habits, we should get enough rest and sleep, because sleeping should take up 1/3 of our time. This is because research suggests that a variety of critical processes performed during sleep can help us stay healthy and function optimally. We can focus, pay attention or respond swiftly if we don't get enough sleep. Sleep deprivation might even lead to mood swings. In addition, persistent sleep deprivation raises your risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and infection. We should all be aware that having enough rest and sleep has numerous advantages. For example, learn a task better, remember better, and improve your learning. It is critical to get enough rest the night before of a tough day of work. For example, learn a task better, remember better, and improve your learning. It is critical to get enough rest of the rest of the night before a tough day at work or at school. Like us, we're still a student, so I think a lot of work can put us not getting enough sleep. So that will increase our chances of getting sleep deprivation. But the one thing that we should do to overcome that problem is that we should rest first, take a time, and then do our work. And after that, we should rest, get enough sleep, so that the next day we can function properly for our next topic at class, for example. And that Sleep is important in maintaining healthy lifestyle because sleep is also equally as important as eating. So that is my point. What do you guys think?
I was agree with Sophia's opinion, but I have my own opinion. So, in my opinion, there are other habits that can lead us to a healthy life is stay hydrated. To stay hydrated, we should always drink plain water, at least 8 glasses a day. In addition, we should reduce the consumption of carbonate or sugary water like syrup because it can cause harm to our body. Meanwhile, plain water is the opposite because it's essential for every cell, tissue, and organ of our body. To stay hydrated, we should drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. This get your metabolism running and give you an energy boost. Avoiding drinking water right before bed if you struggle with nocturnal urination or heartburn. The benefit of staying hydrated is regulating internal body temperature, metabolizing food, and regulating hunger, lubricating joints, flushing bodily waste, and producing adequate sleep. That's all for me.
Our habits shape who we are. Though we admit forming positive habit isn't always easy, depending on whether they are healthy habits or bad habits. Habits determine if we're going to be happy or unhappy, healthy or unhealthy, tired or well rested, strong or weak. The power of habits is far-reaching. Habits shape our attitudes, actions, and decision-making abilities, and they affect every aspect of our life. But before we can build good habits, we need to understand what habits are and how they are formed. We also need to know what mistakes we should avoid in the process. In my opinion, practicing good habits is not just about getting enough rest and sleep, no smoking and managing stress, but we also should focus on what we consume and took in our daily life because substance use problem can lead to addiction. First, I would like to point out that avoiding substances that is harmful to the body is one of the most important elements on practicing good habit because I notice somehow in our society nowadays, our children, adolescents, and elderly tends to consume or take substances that are hazardous and harmful without thinking about the substance side effect to the body. There are a few ways of preventing or avoiding intake of harmful substances, which are avoiding taking expired food or drug, avoiding eating food that's not cooked well, eating unripe fruits, take only drugs that are prescribed by the doctor, avoid eating sour foods, and avoiding alcohol and cigarettes. Therefore, it's never too late to quit consuming substances because it can help to reduce our risk of permanent damage to vital organs and brain. I would like to point out another good habits that we can apply and practice in our daily lives that is good for our health, which is reducing screen time. This is because reducing screen time can have a profound impact on our overall health and well-being, from improved sleep quality and reduced eye strain to better posture, lower risk of obesity, and enhance mental health. Every child, youngsters, and elderly should reduce screen time. That's all from me. Thank you.
I definitely agree with Doris' point just now. Substances, but in my opinion, taking substances is something that will only affect one person who took that substances. Like for example, drugs or maybe weed. It will only affect that one person. But in my opinion, when it comes to smoking, it is something that will affect not only that primarily smoking person, but also the other person around him or her. As smoking is something that we know that can causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, lungs diseases, diabetes, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Smoking also increase risk of tuberculosis, certain eye disease, and problem of the immune system, including rheumatoid arthritis, but these diseases is something that will affect the primarily smoking person. In another view, for secondary smoker, which is someone who's inhaled the smoke from the smokers, they are exposed to approximately 41,000 deaths among non-smoking adults and 400 deaths in infants each year. These statistics means that smoking affects the secondary smoker more than the primarily smoking person. So I think smoking is something that we should really avoid when it comes to habits in our daily life. My other point is, I want to mention that I definitely agree with Sophia when she said resting and sleeping is the most important in our life for a healthy life habit. This is because without sleep we cannot get through our day and focus in what we do. I guess that's all from me.
To sum up our discussion, I am glad that we are able to point our every details on practicing a good habits in maintaining healthy lifestyle. Therefore, I will say that each of our points are acceptable and beneficial to anyone that will practice all these good habits, such as getting enough rest and sleep, quit smoking, managing stress efficiently, reducing screen time, and avoid taking substances that are harmful. I think our discussion end here on today. Thank you for your time and see you guys next time. Thank you.